man, just look at her. Oh, man, we got some upgrades for this H10 today, guys. Oh, yeah, guys. All right, I'm going to chill in the H10 here for a little bit. Before we get to putting the upgrades on the kayak here, I just want to show you guys what I've been up to and what I've been doing. So if you guys do already follow the YouTube channel or just heard of me or whatever, I made a small business called Hicks Jigs. The whole point of me making this small business is just because I got tired of just paying like the overpriced like jigs at the store. Don't get me wrong, they're definitely a great jig to use, but when you're buying an abundance at a time and losing them or whatever, you know, going through them like I do, because I fish a lot, I just wanted something that was inexpensive but still had quality to it. So what I did, I started ordering materials. I was selling to my buddies and other friends or whatever, you know, and they enjoyed them and they liked them, and I liked using them. So what I did is I just made a small business, and I just made a couple of basic jigs that you can use. So these are the Arky style heads. They're good for anywhere, for flipping, pitching, casting long distances. If you guys want to skip under docks, you guys can flip docks, flip over cover, you know, anything like that. They're good for an all-around jig. So what I got here, I have 5 different colors, but I'm waiting on my 5th color for the skirts. It's my mud bug. It's the crawfish imitation. But I do have like a black on blue color. These, I call them the hog colors. And I got a black on blue color. This is just, it's like, I don't know, it's just for anything for dingy water, like chocolate milk color, just any stained kind of water. If you're fishing any kind of clear water, a little bit murkier, but not really a lot, like it's still visible, you know. You can use this pumpkin green color in 3/8. I pretty much have that tied on all the time. I can use that for flipping around docks. I can cast pretty far with it. The ½ ounce is what I use to cast the most for long distances. But this 3/8 ounce is perfect for me. I do love this color just because, like the water that I fish the most, it's not really stained, but it's almost clear, and it just really works with the pumpkin green color. So. Other colors that we got, I've got a speckled bait fish. Now around here in Michigan, we don't really have like shad and other stuff like that. We have like minnows and just pretty much like bait fish almost. So I wanted to do this bait fish color just because of it's a little bit dingy or white. It's not a pure white. So that's why I picked that color like that. And then I also have an ultra gill color. This is to imitate the bluegill. And it's kind of a little bit overboard, but I do like all the different colors in there, and I catch some quality fish on this. My 5th color is that the crawfish imitation. We have a lot of crawfish around here, and it just, I mean, all these colors is basic to where you can use them on anything that you really need to. Here in a little bit, once I sell a bit more, I'm going to start moving to shaky heads, Ned rigs, chatter baits. You know, later on I'll be doing spinner baits, buzz baits, stuff like that. So just get me going. I am doing these, and I am working, like I said, on the shaky heads and the Ned rigs. I use all these quite a bit, and I do catch a lot of fish with them. That's why I kind of stick with these. Once I grow a little bit more, I might want to do soft plastics and stuff like that. But right now I'm just doing these Arky style jig heads. They're hog collars, and if you guys want to, check me out on Facebook and Instagram. I'm on here on YouTube as well. I don't really advertise them a lot. I do talk about them, but all the pictures and stuff that I do sell and everything are on my Facebook and Instagram account. So if you guys want to, go check out Hicks Jigs. Other than that, I'm going to put the jigs down. We're going to get to working on this H10 here. And tomorrow we're going to get to try this thing out and see how all the upgrades work. So all right, guys, stay tuned. And I got some cool stuff coming. All right, guys, so we've got about four mods to do here today. The whole point of this H10 was to keep it super simple. So this is the reason why I got this kayak, is just because it's like, it's light. You can sit inside of it. It's like a whole bunch of storage. I can really just throw it up on the top of my car, and then I can throw it right off the top of my car and put it right in the lake. So if you guys haven't already seen the last video that I posted about getting this and purchasing it, I'll leave that video link down in the description below. It's one of my most popular videos that I have on my channel. So if you guys want to go check it out, I'll have that in the description down there. But for the other couple kayaks that I had before, I just had a little Viper 10-foot, just like this, a sit-in kayak, and it was really good beginner fisherman's kayak. Or if you just want a simple kayak, it's really good for that. It's like cheap, inexpensive, and it'll definitely get the job done. Now, a second one that I had was the Ascend 128T, and that's a big 12-foot, 8-inch sit-on-top kayak, and that thing was awesome. It was just a boat, and the whole point was for me to get out on the water easily with a kayak, and that thing was just 100 pounds, and it just wasn't light. You needed to have 2 people. It was really bulky, and that's why I switched to this H10, because it's just super light. It's super inexpensive. I mean, it's $600, but it's pretty cheap for a fishing kayak, and it's a sit-in size. You get a whole bunch of storage, and you can do easy mounts because they got these rails on here. So that's why I bought these. Another thing that I learned from that Viper kayak was to not really drill holes in it. because I mean, you might the resale value might go down or whatever. I didn't have that issue, but it might be for you. So what we've got here is I actually found a whole bunch of these upgrades for the rail system here, and these are just the paddle mount. If you guys saw in any of my other videos before, my paddle just lays across the kayak up in the front here, and it just gets in the way when I'm trying to catch a fish or it's falling in the water or something like that. So I got some of these. I also picked up another paddle holder. This is something else you could use. You can put in the mount here like here. These are the same thing you put in the mount. This is one single paddle holder. Normally you'd have two, so go across and wouldn't be falling in the water, but I bought this for my net because I want my net to be able to sit out of my way and not be sitting just on the top of the kayak and then letting it fall into the water. So I've done that a couple times. I was landing fish as well. Another one that I got that I was really excited about is a GoPro mount. This thing is going to sit on the front, so I actually have a front view, a front angle of me catching a fish instead of just the chest mount view. I know it gets kind of boring, but we've got this. This is actually really nice. It was about 23 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave, by the way, I'll leave all these in the description for the links. So if you guys want these, you can go and get them. This thing actually looks like it's pretty well made. It's got some rivets, which I'm not really a big fan of, but I mean, it's definitely gonna get the job done. So I'm gonna use that, put that to good use. And then I've got this other one. It's actually for my fish finder. So if you guys have seen my videos before, I actually put the fish finder right in the hull of the kayak, and it just kind of sits there, and there's cords everywhere, and the battery just sits there as well. It just clutters up my area where my legs are and where I'm trying to retie baits or whatever. So I'm gonna be able to mount this right on this rail as well, and then I'm actually going to put the battery box inside this foam block that I have up in the front and the nose and then in the back of the boat there. Which is actually nice because if you get swamped or whatever, then the kayak won't sink. But I'm gonna actually take a chunk of it out. I'm gonna put the battery in there so it's out of the way. It'll actually stand there. I'm gonna make it small enough to where the box will just fit in there, and it'll be easy to get in and out. So other than that, we're gonna start mounting these up, and then I'm gonna start cutting a hole in that foam to be able to get that box in there. So stay tuned, guys. We got some cool stuff coming to this H10 here. And let's get to mounting this stuff. Alrighty, guys. So the first one I'm going to install is just it's just the paddle holder. This one actually comes in two. I don't know if I'm going to use two of them. Sometimes I'm standing up or whatever. It's easier to break apart my paddle, just like it is right now, and I can just use half the paddle to paddle with it. So I might install one on each side. But for right now, I'm just going to do the one, just show you guys how they go on. But now this one, the rail system is actually pretty nice. It comes on a lot of the kayaks nowadays. But literally all you have to do is just loosen up the bolt slide into the rack and then just tighten it down to where this end of the bolt will like put pressure down into the rail. So I just loosen those up, and then you just got to slide it on here just like this. This stuff is really simple. So I just bought all these rail mounts because it just makes it look a little nicer too. Now you can get stuff that drills into the kayak with no problem. And I mean, I didn't really have a big deal drilling into it. I just like to keep my stuff look a little bit nicer. So really that's all you have to do, and then you can just hopefully pop the kayak, the paddle in here. All right, so I got the whole paddle mounted onto the kayak right now. I actually put the paddle together, and then once I actually scooted the mount up because I did have it in the middle, because when I have this paddle in here, it's going to come right into the way of the rod that's sitting in the rod holder back there. So I mounted all of it up, and I scooted it back just a little bit, or scooted it forward just a little bit, I'm sorry. And whenever I grab it just like this, I pry up, it just literally comes right out. And then if I want to, I just got to put it back in, and there's not a lot of down pressure or pulling up pressure at all, and it keeps it really tight. So I think I'm going to keep it just like that, and then whenever I need to, I'm catching a fish or whatever, all I gotta do is push down on it, and it will go back into place. So I actually like it right there, and that's going to work. So all right, let's get on to this. Let's get on the second upgrade for the H10. All right, guys, I'm going to go with the my version of the net holder. That is awesome. So I'm just going to slide it into the system just like this, and then I guess you just tighten it down. All you do is tighten it down in there. The bushing pushes down on it, and then it just sits just like that. That is super nice and simple. I wish that one was the same way. I wish they had like a bushing to where it could clamp down. I might have to jerry-rig something up. And so yeah, I would put this literally just right inside there. It's kind of loose. It's supposed to hold the paddle, but if I can put it in there with this, like this piece actually like flails out a little bit more, put that right there. That would actually work really nice. Now the only problem is I actually might not put it here because I want to have my bag sitting right here, and have my bag right in the front, because before I used to have it in here and used to stick out of this pouch, but I'm gonna have all this stuff right up here, and it's just gonna kind of be in the way, so I might end up just keep turning this. Well, no, I can't. I'm gonna have to put my paddle over here. Let me figure out a different way here, guys. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna have it on this side just because it gives me all this area for my bag to sit right in front of me. I can unzip it. I can pull all my stuff right out here in front of me. I can do re-rig or anything that I need to. And then whenever I need to grab my net, it will be right here. All right, guys, so for the third mount, this is gonna be my GoPro mount, and this one is actually really nice. Looks like it's heavy duty plastic. It comes with this awesome clip thing right here where all you gotta do is turn it, and it just clips into place and it won't come off. Then to get it out, all you gotta do is push it out and then pull. So this is the whole mount right here, and then it only literally has one spot of going in. So you just gotta make sure that whichever way you're gonna have it, which I'm gonna have it sitting like this, and then this can adjust, and you can have it whichever way you want your GoPro to sit. And I'm gonna want my GoPro to sit as far away that way as I can, and this little arm comes out. So I'm just gonna have it as far away as I can get it. And so yeah, that is super nice, and it does. So I had to adjust a little bit, make sure that it wasn't going up over this railing, but it does. It fits in there sweet. And then what you can do is it's got these teeth on here where you just loosen this up, and then you can just maneuver it whichever way you want. And I am going to probably have it some way like this, and then whenever I travel with it, literally you can put it down like this, put it down like that, so it doesn't get broken off or something. That's the only thing I'm worried about with this, is just because I don't want this stuff to get broken off. But I mean, it's no big deal. I'm probably gonna put it just like this, tighten that up, then you adjust this a little bit, make that level, and then you can adjust your pivot up here for your GoPro. Hopefully you guys can even see that. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but it's a little bouncy, but it's no big deal. With the kayak in the water and stuff, it's not gonna actually be bouncing around. It'll just be moving with the kayak, so that's pretty sweet. All right, guys, so I got the box, the battery box here. I got the battery out of it. This is literally just something I got off of Amazon. It's an outdoor products, a large water type box. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said before, is I'm just gonna put it in here like this, and then I want to have it at least halfway into this little foam piece, to be able to stuff it in there, and then have it to where it'll just sit in there, and then I got my wires run up. So this one, it has a divot right here, and then the bow of the boat, or the front of the boat here, comes in at an angle. So I got to figure out where I want this at, so I don't hit like the corner of the boat or whatever, and it only goes in like this far. I want it at least like a half to 3/4 of the way in. So I'm hopefully gonna put in just like this right here, and I'm just gonna mark a hole, or mark a little line here, and I want it just a little bit smaller than the actual box, because I want it to be able to be tight in there. I don't want it to be loose and falling around. So let me just mark a little hole in here. All right, guys, so I got a whole bunch of foam down in the bottom. Stuff it in here. So I like it to go a little bit further in, but that is like super, like literally that is like really stable. That's not going anywhere. This is perfect. I really like this design. The reason I want it to go in so far is just because if I want to put anything else in here, this is kind of just taking up a large amount of room right here. So it's taking about maybe 4 or 5 inches off. I'm gonna pull it back out, and I'm gonna dig a little bit further in, and hopefully I can get it in a little bit further. You can probably go smaller, because this is definitely gonna be way too big, and it is. It just kind of, it's like all floppy in there, but we'll just silicone it all up. It's not that big of a deal, but it's a lot bigger hole than what I wanted to. All right, guys, so I just have some 100% silicone. It's just 100% waterproof silicone, just some cheap stuff from the store. And what you're gonna literally do is just silicone your wires right in here. So you wanna just make sure you have enough wire in there to go to your battery. I'm just gonna make sure I have a little extra. You wanna just make sure you silicone this right into the center of the circle, or the hole that you drilled. So I'm gonna flip it over here. It's gonna get kind of messy. I just kind of put my fingers on the back side of it just to keep the hole, or to keep the silicone from like spewing everywhere. But literally, I just kind of glob it in here. And it's okay to have a whole bunch. It makes it look a little messy, but then I just kind of go through it, make sure it's all the way around. Just another twisty one, just like normal. We're gonna pull this one off because it's the simplest one to come off. And the ram mounts are really high quality. These are about $35 on online. So that's gonna mount up there. This is going to, I guess, mount just like this, because we need to bolt these up to it. So it looks like these screws just pop into little slots, and then you can tighten them down. which is nice. Here for the ice fishing mount, it has a thing where you can slide it and loosen them up, but this one I guess doesn't. Cool, just like that. It fits in there nice and snug. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit later, but this thing is going to fit right in here. So if I want to like down here like this, to put it on there, that works really nice. Or if you want it up a little bit more and back, or however you want it, you can adjust it. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. Actually, I think I'm gonna go up forward like this. There, that's nice. That's nice. Then you got the fish finder right in front of you, and it's perfect. And then you're gonna have your wires running through and down into your battery box. So we finished all the upgrades for the kayak. I got wrappers over here. I got all my stuff that I have to install over here. This is really nice just because I can have everything off my lap now. All the upgrades helps me advance hopefully with this kayak, and it makes the kayak even better. I like it even better than I did before. So like I showed you guys, the hole that we drilled and the silicone that we put in, the silicone is working really well. You just gotta let it harden for the 24 hours and it'll become waterproof again. Put your battery in the watertight box and it will become secure. Slide the battery box up into that big gaping hole that we cut in the foam, and it's going to be put away nice and clean, like no one will be able to ever see it. The second part of that is that actual fish finder mount that we had. That's super easy to install. Just slides right onto the track mount. So you just got to do the 2 screws to combine the whole thing together, and it slides in there really nice. So everything is going to be condensed up in the front up here, to where you're not going to have any wires up in the cockpit where your legs are and everything like that. So that's going to be really nice. The second mod or upgrade that we did was this GoPro mount. It's going to give you a front-facing view of me fishing or rigging up in the front here or whatever you need to do. It's really nice because it has a pretty tall arm to where it makes it extend, and you can put it any way you want. So this is everything that I bought is pretty nice and high quality. It's pretty cheap as well. Like I said, I'll leave all the links down in the description below if you guys want them. So the third mount that we did is this pedal holder. Really, to get it out, all you gotta do is just push some down pressure on there and it pops right out. And then all you gotta do is just push some down pressure on there and it pops right out again. So if you guys need to, it'll stay out of the way of your fishing rod holder. It kind of sticks up a little bit further up in the front. But that's all right, I'm not gonna be traveling around with it. So that's the third one that we did. And the last one that was super simple was the actual net holder. So it's actually a paddle holder, but I just did one. And you can just put your net in there and it keeps it out of your lap, and you can just pull it out, grab the fish, do whatever you need to do, and just pop it right back into place. So it's really nice to have. Everything is off your lap. It's not in your way, it's not in your leg space. You have all this room to rig, throw your tackle, whatever you need to do to keep everything out of the way. So I'm gonna be able to hopefully put my bag in the front right here. I'll rearrange all this stuff to figure out what I need to do with that. And other than that, that's pretty much gonna be it, guys. It looks really nice. It looks really cool from the front. And yeah, this is gonna let me just get out on the water a lot more. I'm gonna enjoy being on the water because I don't have all this stuff cluttering up my space. So it's gonna be nice. My goal for next week is to fish every morning, Monday through Friday. Get all these videos knocked out. I want to be able to get out fishing just because it's been really cold. But this last couple weeks have been super hot, muggy, and the water's definitely warmed up. The fish are definitely gonna be spawning and on their beds. This is gonna be the perfect kayak fishing weather. All next week is supposed to be nice, so I'm super excited for that. So I'm gonna be out on the water making a whole bunch of videos for you guys. Just gonna be posting probably more than just Sunday because I'm gonna have a whole bunch of videos coming. But other than that, I hope you guys liked all the upgrades that I did at the kayak. I will see you guys next Sunday on another Hicks production. All right, guys, catch you later, and thanks for viewing. See ya.